just before I bring Moon in, I'm just going to quickly pick up this poo that she done the other day from when I was riding before. So I'm just going to pick that up now so she can come into a nice kind of not pooey bed. I have kind of scraped a lot of her bed like up against the wall because I was clipping her, and just left this down because this obviously is where she pees. So I'm just going to do that before she comes in.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I have lost the intro for this one as well, so I thought I would just pop it in here while I am quickly getting rid of the poo on Moon Stable, or in Moon Stable. So this is just going to be a yard vlog. I'm going to be riding, I'm going to be doing a lot of different stuff as well for Moon, so stay tuned.
Then I just have her hay net to pop up. I always make sure that she has hay if we're going for a ride or anything. And sometimes I also give her a little bit of chaff. So I'm just going to give her a bit of chaff as well with this hay net. So I'm just going to give her literally that much of a scoop, so not even a full scoop. It just kind of covers the bottom of the feed bowl. I'm just going to give her that.
In a minute, Moon is having soaked hay, so I have just got this big black tub thing that I soak the hay in, so I'm just popping the hose in there to fill that up. And then I've got currently have small bales, so I'm just cutting that apart and popping them all in a hay net and popping them into the trough. So now I'm just going to pop the hay into the water. I do like to normally do this when it's not as full, but because I was filming doing the hay nets, it's got a little bit fuller than I normally like it, because I think it sinks to the bottom better when there's less water. So I'm going to start that. And then to hold the hay down, I just grab some rocks. And pop them on there like that, and then do the same thing for the other side. Does anyone else's fly rug do this? It does it all the time. No matter what I do, the fly rug seems to just always do that. So let's go. So here I'm just taking her fly rug off. This is a different angle with the camera, and I don't think I like it very much. But yeah, so I'm just taking her fly rug off and giving her a quick brush over. This is the Shamal, something like that brush, and this is just a magic brush. She just had a couple spots on her that needed to be a little bit more aggressive. Not even aggressive. I don't know how to explain it. But here, Moon had put on a lot of weight, so I'm just making sure that her saddle was still fitting her. I did have to take the pads out of the front, and it's fitting her a lot better. As you can see, it's still a little bit high at the front, but this is the widest that the gullet goes, and it's only temporary as we are on a weight loss, which is why she is on soaked hay. So I'm just making sure that she has still got kind of a good clearance, and then I just rest it on her bum. I always do this with Moon. I always rest things on her, just like, oh, you just hold that, Moon. So I did that with the saddle as well, and as you see, Moon is not bothered by anything. I have desensitized her pretty well, I think. So Yes, and Moon wasn't always like this. When I first got her, she was a completely different horse, so just know that it does take a lot of time. Like, I've had her for 5 years now, and it does take a lot of time to get the horse that you see here, and that she's not even perfect kind of thing. And remember, horses have the day. Some days she's like, you know what, I'm not having any of this, and then 9 out of 10 times she's like, oh yeah, I'm not bothered. So here I'm just getting myself ready, put my boots on and everything like that. I always do this before I put her bridle on, because I just think let her have a little bit more freedom than having her bridle on and trying to eat her hay. So here I'm just popping her breastplate on. I'm waiting for her to finish chewing. I just think it's nice, so you don't just shove the bit in their mouth when they've got a mouthful of hay. And she takes the bit pretty much on her own. I think it's respectful. I'll wait for you to finish chewing and get everything done, and then I will pop the bit in. Here I'm just putting the saddle pad thingies. I can't for the life of me remember what they're called. I think they're billets or something. And then I'm just doing up her noseband. She has everything pretty loose, and I'm just popping the martingale attached to her breastplate. And I have switched up her tack at the minute, so when we're just schooling, she no longer has a martingale. She just has her breastplate on and just doesn't have the martingale attachment. And then here I bring her out because it's quite like a little hallway. It's quite close, so I don't want her to rub her saddle on the wall or anything like that. So I leave the saddle pad on there, and then when I bring her out here, I take it all off and just leave it on the door that you can see there. And then when I come back, I literally untack her here, which you will see, and she just walks to her stable. I will show you that in a bit. So here I'm just popping on, and then I do up her girth again once I'm on. That's why I do not tuck the girth straps in. I do not like the girthing on a monoflap. It's so far down. I just do not like it. And then I couldn't find the video that I did for this vlog. This was filmed ages ago, and I just could not for the life of me find it. So I've just popped in some other video that I could find, just to show you what we are working on. So I'm working on getting Moon to kind of accept a contact, and to work in a contact, if that makes sense, because normally if I have a contact, the head is up like a giraffe, not even like a tight contact, like a loose contact. So here I'm just kind of working on her. Literally this is like no contact, but having a slight, so you can see when the reine's a little bit tight, the head actually goes up, which is quite annoying. But yes, it's just something that we are working on, and she has got a lot better since this vlog. We've had a bit specialist out, and that helped a little bit, but Moon's just never really accepted a contact, as you can see here, with pretty much no contact. And giving with my hands is when she does kind of reach forward more and down instead of up like a giraffe. But it's so hard because I can't have a contact, because as soon as I do, the head goes up. So yeah, but stay tuned for an upcoming video that hopefully we'll be able to see our progress that we have made. Obviously this is a very slow progress because she doesn't accept contact and a bit, so I've had to work on getting her to accept a contact and then to work properly. So it is a long process, but her physio has said that her top line is coming on great, which means she is working properly now. So it's just very inconsistent, but that is what it is until we can build more muscle and she gets used to having a contact. So this is kind of what it's like if I don't give with my hands. The kind of head's just there, and then if I even have it even tighter contact, which would be a normal contact, the head's up like a giraffe. So yes, so here, this is literally at the door where you saw her come out. I'm just popping my saddle stirrup cover on and the saddle cover, and I untack her here. So I have popped her girth off, like loosened her girth. I do her clips from her breastplate, grab her saddle cover, and she's pretty used to this now, so she's kind of like, I want to go to my stable, but she's not kind of pulling me or anything. She's just like, oh, hurry up kind of thing. So I do all of that and do from the other side, obviously, and then I just grab her saddle off of her and take it off and put it onto the door that I put the cover and stuff on. Sorry, the lighting's not very good here because it's facing outside. So yeah, and then I just undo her bridle. Well, this is actually undoing her martingale, and then I undo her noseband because there's nothing really else to undo on her bridle because she doesn't have a throat lash. Then I just pop it over her head, and she then walks to her stable and gets herself comfortable in her stable. So, and then this next clip is me giving her a feed. I do leave her noising because she does make these cutest little noises, so I'll leave that in here. I just love that because Moon isn't a horse that makes a lot of noise, so she's not a noisy horse, if that means. She's quite quiet. She will neigh at me if I call her in the field, but she's not a talkative horse. And in here she's just eating her food. I just love how she's always done this with her legs, where she'll be like, oh, I've got food, and then she switches to the other leg, and then she'll switch back. And I don't know why she does it, but she's always done it. When I give her her feed, she gets so excited. She's like, oh yes. But I thought I'd just leave that in there because it is really cute. So I just have a couple of things to cut up for her. So I've got carrots, she's got parsnips, and she's also got swede. So I'm just going to quickly cut that all up and get that done. So here I am, like I said, just cutting up all of her veggies. I know some people say don't cut it up because it can cause choke. I've never had that problem, and I've always cut her veg and stuff up. And obviously she has pony nuts, and she's had other treats that are smaller and the same size as these that I cut up, so I don't really understand that too much. But I guess if you have a horse that's prone to it, then yes, but Moon isn't, and she's never had choke or anything like that. And I have spoken to my vet about it, and they said that it was fine. So yes, that's what I do. And then this is actually Moon's fridge, so you see she's got all her stuff in there. So now I'm just emptying the hay. So I do like to take it out and then hose it off slightly as well. Just gets the top layer of sugar off that has been sitting, and then I just empty that out. Now Moon is happily out with her hay net. She has one there that kind of swings. She's got this one here, that one there, and then another one over on a different tree.